Hello, my name is LE1-WEB-SYSTEMS-TECHNOLOGIES-2-PUTAN, and this is my resubmission since it was said that we needed to do a video output as well, aside from submitting the PHP file. So here we are. So I'm going to be talking about my LE1 for Web Systems and Technologies 2 laboratory, and for this one, we would need to create a program that creates a HTML form, and then we're going to get we're going to compute the flames. All right. So let's do that. So we're going to go to a terminal, and since I'm already at the current directory, so we're just going to go PHP, and we're going to use the internal server that gets spun up by PHP. So we're going to go localhost 7000, and then LE1-PUTAN lg.php, which is just going to be the PHP file that we want to run. So in here, we're going to have the development server at 7000. So we're going to go there. So we can see here the flames matcher, right? This is just a very simple HTML form. Flames matcher, and then just a little bit of a quote that I put in. So let's just first follow the normal input cases in which the example, so that we can validate this. So Rodrigo and Bong, right? So Rodrigo and Bong, right? So we're going to match that, and then we can see here that the common letters are going to be O and G, and the symmeter letter count is 5, and the flames is going to be E. So, and then we get some kind of message in here that says, okay, congratulations, Rodrigo and Bong are engaged. And we can see here that their common letters are O and G, as it is said in here, O and G, and that basically they have 5 common letters, right? 5, and then we also do have that the flames computation is going to be E, which is for engaged, and we also do have that in here. So congratulations, Rodrigo and Bong are engaged. All right. And then for the second case, we're also going to be input Sara Duterte and Ferdinand Marcos Jr. Okay. So we're going to go that. We're going to do that. Sara Duterte. Does her name have an H? No. Okay. And then Ferdinand Marcos Jr. Ferdinand Marcos Jr. We're missing an D there. And then match that. We can see here that the common letters are SARDE, and then the similar letter count is going to be 17. And the same thing with Rodrigo and Bong. They have E is engaged for their flames computation, and then we just have the same thing. And we can also see this, with from here, right? REDSA, 8 common letters, 9 common letters, so the total is 17 in there, as well as it's also E engaged. All right. Then we can also demonstrate this, I guess, like, just cycle through the entire thing, because like we can just increase a similar letter count. We can see, the different things, soulmates. You can also be friends, right? And you can also be lovers. And you can also be anger. And in here, we just really says, oh no, Sara Duterte and Ferdinand Marcos Jr.'s Ferdinand Marcos Jr. are enemies, meaning that they're their flames competition is anger. This is just because the anger is not really like compatible with with the strings. So I needed to make it like I need to paraphrase it, or rephrase it, I guess. So that's it for the for the entire website. So let's go over to the code now, since we want to also demonstrate that. And we want to go to dev web systems PHP over here. So in here, right? So for LE1, we have this entire thing. So in here, we have the data structures that we've used num2 letters flame map, in which we have the FL. We're just really mapping like the modular computation to the number, to the letter. And then in here, we're mapping the letters to the description, right? So that we have from number to letter, and then from letter to the string. And then we're just gonna compute the flames, in which we're just gonna access the num to letters map in here, and the flames letter to map. And then we're gonna define the flames length, which is gonna be what we're gonna be dividing with. So we're gonna be tracking the frequency, and then we're gonna validate whether the names are, valid. And then we're also gonna split it, right? We're gonna trim all of these transformations and validation as well. Then what's just really gonna happen is that the way that we're tracking the frequency and the matching is that we're just splitting it into an array, right? And then we're just getting the common letters between them, or the common elements in that array, and then getting the set of that. So that's how we do the common letters. And then we just did a naive for loop for both names, since it's very easy. You don't really need to, I guess, like, we don't really need to do anything like in terms of optimization. So I didn't really see a lot of like a need for a lot of optimization. So I just did this double. It's not even a nested for loop. It's just a for loop, a linear for loop for both names. And then we're just gonna get the total frequency, after the crush name frequency and the neural name frequency are all increased. And then we just get the flames letter from the num to flames letter map by getting the modulo from the total freq by the flames length. And then we're gonna return the array as an associative array with everything that the front end needs. So the front end needs basically my name, my crush's name, the frequency and the total frequency, right? Since the total letters, right? And the common letters, we want to display that as well. The flames letter, we want to also do that, and the flames result. And then the flame statement is just really going to be like mapping, like the congratulations stuff, so that it's like, it's not just you're putting like E engaged. We want to be able to give something to the user. All right. So if it's if the result is anger, we're just gonna go, oh no, right? You're both our enemies. So in this, right? So how the front end renders the data is that you have a flames result map, and then we're going to populate that, right? We're going to populate the flames result map by returning the array from the compute flames, right? So if there's a set error, a name error in the flames result map, then we're going to display the error, right? We're not going to display the either the computation of the flames, but we're going to display the error. So that's pretty much it, and this is just all HTML that we've done. Same thing. So that's pretty much it. I have demonstrated my flames matcher code for and the as well as the HTML form for the flames matcher for LE1 for my Web Systems and Technologies 2 laboratory. So thank you for watching.